Welcome, Wild Cardinal Network. I'm here with the head varsity baseball coach. How you doing, Coach Bez?
Doing great. How you doing? Good to see you, Maddox.
Nice seeing you. We want to sit here and talk about Raise the Roof for a little bit. So, Coach Bez, can you give us an update on how it's going?
Yeah, I think I really wanted to get on here and get some information out about the Raise the Roof campaign, the fundraising that we've been doing, trying to get this indoor facility up, because I get asked a lot of questions, and I feel like there's the information, just trying to give an update on where we're at. Phase one of the building was basically getting the groundwork, getting the dirt work done. We're about to start pouring a slab and then get the actual structure moved to St. Michael's. And that phase one is complete. We've raised the money for that, which was around $130,000. That was been there for a while. That money has been in the account trying to get this building up. But currently, we've been working on phase two, and we've been kind of stuck in permitting. November 6th, the permit goes up for the county, and we don't foresee any issues that will get approved for the permit. And then the slab will be poured, and phase two is basically getting the building erected. So it's around $150,000 is the bill on getting the building erected, and we're getting really, really close to accomplishing that. And once we get the building up, then we would be able to kind of move into phase three. So phase three would be finishing out the building, and once we finish out the building, get a certificate of occupancy, we'll be able to move into the building and begin to use it. So it's really not that far off, but it still just takes some money to get it done.
Yes, sir. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the building, what's going to be used for, and what's the kind of vision for it going forward?
Well, the biggest thing about the building is that there's going to be a men and women's bathroom in the front of it and a concession stand. Right now we're using portable restrooms for the football, soccer games, and then you have a concession stand that's out the back of the trailer, and Coach O and Miss Jill are always working so hard trying to get the concession stand going every week, and we got teams that work it now. We would have a permanent concession stand, and then the bathrooms up there would feed the whole complex. So one day there would be a baseball field out there, a softball field, maybe a track. Whatever's going on out there, would have enough bathrooms out there to run the whole park and concessions for the whole entire athletic complex. What I like is that there's going to be a hitting facility in the back, a baseball development, indoor facility in the back with cages that will come out back and forth. We're talking about installing a second weight room in the indoor, because the weight room in the field house there's so many kids at school now, and they get a lot of traffic. So having another weight room, another place for training with AstroTurf. And so right now, when it's a raining day or really, really cold weather outside, there's really no place for anybody to go besides the gym, and we know how much traffic the gym gets. So even during football, there's volleyball practice, and the football guys could maybe get a practice inside, or especially during baseball season, softball season, we would be using it extensively with locker rooms in there. I want to have a video room, a nutrition bar, all that kind of stuff, and it's just going to be an awesome thing to have.
Yes, sir. Now, Giving Tuesday is coming up. When is that, and what's kind of going on that day?
All right, well, this is a big deal. This is going to help us finish phase two if we can get this done. So on December 2nd, that is Giving Tuesday, we have a donor that has given us, promised us $25,000, up to $25,000. So whatever we raise, that donor is going to match it up to $25,000, which is a big deal. So currently, with the money that we've had coming in, and we've gotten some really nice, sizable donations lately for Raise the Roof, if we can get that matching $25,000, we feel like we're going to have enough funds to say that phase two is complete and be able to get the building put up, and that would be an amazing thing. Because once we start getting into phase three, that's going to be the AC, the plumbing, the electrical. So that is December 2nd, and we have a donor that's going to match up the $25,000, and hopefully that would just complete phase two.
Yes, sir. Now, for those people that do want to come donate and everything, what's the kind of best way for them to go about that?
Well, the easiest way is just to go to the school website and go to the tab up there that says support. You click on support, and then there's a Raise the Roof link on the school website. So that would be the easiest way. And any amount of donation is we'll take anything, $25, $50. That's the thing about the Giving Tuesday. If somebody gives $25, well, that's now $50. So we really need to get all the sport teams, soccer, baseball, softball, anybody's cheerleading, everybody, because I imagine at some point all the football, everybody's going to want to use that facility at some point. So we could, even if you could only give $50 or $10 or $100 that day, somebody else is going to match that. So that's how people can donate. The school website, support, and then the Raise the Roof tab.
Now, last question. You as a baseball coach, I'm sure you're hoping for it. But when are we, and all the Cardinal fans can look forward to a baseball stadium being on campus here at the school, St. Michael?
Yeah, this is a question I get asked all the time, and everybody wants a softball field on campus. Everybody wants a baseball field on campus, but there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. The Baldwin County Building Commission said we have got to have permanent restrooms on site before we can do any more construction or anything out there at the field. So we have got to get this building done, completed, and be using it before we start moving into a field. Now, I do have some people that are out there that really have promised to help me donate with some things for the field, and I feel like I got some things kind of lined up. Not I, but we have some things lined up for the field, but we're not going to be able to move forward until we get this permanent bathrooms up as per the county. But one thing that's very interesting is that we have 315 brand new neighborhoods going up in Baldwin County. So there's a lot of people moving to Baldwin County. You start looking around at the Novellis place and Bay Minette and Austell starting to build submarines now. Airbus is adding. There's going to be more and more people moving to Baldwin County, and they're going to want to be. Logic says some of those kids are going to want to go to school here. So public schools are continuing to have bigger class size, more kids, and so we've got to really kind of start trying to get ahead of this because I know Christ the King and St. Patrick's were full to capacity, and so we have a lot of facilities issues coming up that we need to solve in the future. And I know there's a plan going on right now and meetings going on about what we can probably do to not only have a baseball field, a softball field, but eventually we're going to have to add on to the school as well. So these are all exciting things, and they just take a lot of funds and a lot of planning and a lot of people that put things on God and God put things on their heart to help out with some of this stuff. So one day we'll have a baseball field on campus, and it might be a little quicker than we think.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much, Coach Bez.
Yep.
And, for all you Cardinal fans, thank y'all for watching, and make sure to go and support, Raise the Roof. And, it's just one step towards, many, many more steps farther down the road to helping St. Michael become the best, we can be. And so I appreciate you coming on and talking about it, and go Cardinals.
Go Cardinals.